Welcome to today's video, where we'll be discussing a crucial topic in software architecture, whether it's an anti-pattern to have multiple microservices in the same domain using the same database. As we navigate the complexities of modern software development, understanding the best practices for designing and implementing microservices is essential. In recent years, microservices have gained popularity as a way to break down large monolithic systems into smaller, more manageable pieces. However, with this approach comes new challenges, such as managing multiple services that interact with each other and sharing data between them. Today, we'll delve into the specifics of having multiple microservices in the same domain, using the same database, and explore whether this is considered an anti-pattern or not. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear understanding of the pros and cons of this approach and be able to make informed decisions about your own software architecture. To begin with, let's define what we mean by microservices in the same domain using the same database. In essence, this refers to multiple services that are part of the same business capability or domain, such as an e-commerce platform, and share a common database for data storage and retrieval. One argument against having multiple microservices in the same domain using the same database is that it can lead to tight coupling between services. When multiple services rely on the same database, changes to one service's schema or queries can inadvertently affect other services, leading to a ripple effect of issues throughout the system. Another concern is data consistency and integrity. With multiple services writing to the same database, ensuring that each service's writes are properly validated and don't interfere with other services' operations becomes increasingly difficult. However, there are also some benefits to this approach. For instance, having multiple microservices share a common database can simplify data sharing and integration between services. It can also reduce the complexity of managing multiple databases and improve performance by minimizing the number of network calls required for data retrieval. To mitigate the risks associated with this approach, it's essential to establish clear guidelines and best practices for service development and interaction. This includes defining strict schema management processes, implementing robust validation and testing mechanisms, and ensuring that each service is designed with loose coupling in mind. So what should you take away from today's discussion? Firstly, having multiple microservices in the same domain using the same database can be a viable approach if done correctly. However, it requires careful consideration of the potential risks and challenges involved. To avoid common pitfalls, focus on establishing clear guidelines for service development and interaction. Prioritize loose coupling between services and invest in robust validation and testing mechanisms. Whether or not having multiple microservices in the same domain using the same database is an anti-pattern depends on how it's implemented. While there are valid concerns about tight coupling and data consistency, these can be mitigated with careful planning and design. If you have any questions or comments about today's discussion, please leave them below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more content on software architecture and design patterns. If you're interested in exploring this topic further, I'll include some additional resources in the description below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.